Hi, and welcome to Billy Cobb's Gear and Room Tour. I've been wanting to do this for a while, especially the gear stuff, but there's all the recording stuff. That's where I make. There's where all the magic happens. There's my mandolin. There's a bugle, because trumpets are expensive. And there's my pride and joy, my only achievement in life. And there's Rivers Cuomo on top of the old mini Marshall. And there's a bunch of guitars, which I'll show you in a little bit. But yeah, we'll get. And there's a glockenspiel, and there's a pan flute. I got all kinds of instruments in here. This is my computer, and that's my little camera stand where I film some of my videos. And well, there's a snare drum with a mic on it. But yeah, it's a Gibson Studio 2016 Les Paul. That's a bass, a cello, and acoustic guitar. All right, here's where the magic happens. The recording stuff. The bottom is my interface, Tascam US 1800, which wasn't turning on for some reason. The middle one is a effects box, a Virtualizer 3D. It's really old. And the top one is a Warm Audio WA37 or WA73 EQ and preamp. And the very, very top is another effects box. But yeah, it's pretty much all where all the sounds come from, besides the DAW, which is Logic. Here's my 1974, I believe, Akai 1721W reel-to-reel tape recorder, and it does work, as you can see here. I haven't actually used it yet to record, but I'd like to. Yeah. Here's a drum and a train whistle and a toy accordion that only plays in C, a Line 6 pod, a melodica, some other shit. And so now for microphones, this is a SE Voodoo VR1, which is a ribbon microphone, and I use it a lot for a lot of acoustic shit. It's pretty good. This is an SE5. It's a small diaphragm condenser mic, and I use it a lot for electric guitar and some other things as well. And then up here we have the Audio-Technica 2050, I believe it is. I want to say it's 2050, and it's served me well for vocals all these years, and I think it's pretty cheap too. Another condenser mic. This is my amp setup. It's just an orange crush that runs into my cab, which is a vintage Marshall SV212, I believe it is. It's got some really nice Celestians in there. And here's my favorite pedal I own. It's called When the Sun Explodes by Beautiful Noise. It's got a lot of cool reverb effects and feedback as well. That's a Turbo Distortion DS2. It's just for distortion stuff. It's pretty good. And this is Fuzz Factory by Zvex, also very fuzzy and cool effects. They actually sent this to me because they liked Zerwi a lot, and it's really good. And here's another look at that microphone that was on my snare drum, but that was actually a part of this drum mic kit, this Earthworks DK7, I believe, drum mic kit. And you can see on the left there's overheads, bass, kick drum, and then on the other side there's snare and, well, the snare's over on the other side, but it's snare and toms, and it was like valued at $3,000. There's Baby Yoda, deserves a nice kicking. Yeah, he gets kicked in the ribs. Alright, here's some of my guitars. That's actually a banjo guitar. It's like a banjo, but it's tuned like a guitar. It's got 6 strings. This is my Squier, my mini Squier. This was my first electric guitar ever. This is a Gresh, and it's really cool. It's a hollow body. This is my Strat, and this is what was used to record both Zerwis. And this is the Ibanez Iceman, which is for heavy metal, dude. Yeah. And of course, how could I forget my shitty ukulele and my awesome mandolin? Yeah. So there's some Caribbean rum next to my revolver, and on top and under that is some nice tales by H.P. Lovecraft, some nice American literature. This is a recording sign I own. It looks like this when you turn it on. It's pretty cool, pretty bright. Here's a bunch of Zerwi CDs that are collecting dust that I don't really know what to do with, but I'm going to do something with them eventually, maybe sign them. Here's a Spirited Away poster that's kind of hard to see due to the sun, but I love that movie. It's a great movie. Highly recommend. And over to the left, we have a George Lucas signature, but on top of that is the real treasure, which is, oh yeah, baby. That's right. All 4 Weezer signatures, autographs on this poster that Alternative Press sent to me when I was featured in their magazine. On the top of my keyboard, here's some works by Edward Gorey, which is the Gashly Crumb Tinies and the Fanted Pack of Tarot Cards, both really excellent. Here's my Xbox Series X that I managed to snag on day 1 somehow. I just got in the right time frame, which I use mostly to play old games like Grand Theft Auto 4 anyways, so yeah. Here's my little vinyl collection. Some of it's pretty old, so don't judge me. But there's some good stuff in there too. I don't know how much you can actually see, but you know, it's cool. Here's my swords. The top one is from sometime in the 1800s. I don't know where or who it would belong to or anything, but it was from a flea market. And this is my Yoda Effects lightsaber from back in the day. Pretty cool. That's my Rocky Horror Picture Show poster. I love that movie, as you've heard in my songs. Donnie Darko, my favorite film of all time. Fright Night, one of my favorite horror movies, so entertaining. The Warriors, another fantastic film. And then American Graffiti, another one of my favorites that, in my opinion, is George Lucas's best movie. There's my Beetlejuice sign that hangs above my bed, just to let everybody know how gross I am. And there's Appa. And Appa's just chilling. There is a John Lennon poster. And another look at the glockenspiel. Taxi Driver underneath my Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon flag. And that's just a closet. No parking allowed. And on top of that, we have an Ash vs. Evil Dead foam chainsaw hand. Pretty cool. And this is really cool. This is a bullet lamp made entirely out of bullet shells by my grandfather in World War II. There's his dog tags. So that's pretty cool. And then over here we have a bunch of little Billies. Little Billy growing up throughout the years. He's a cutie. And that's some RAM on top of a bunch of harmonicas. Another interface. Oh, here we go. This is my Super 8 camera. Now onto my cameras. Super 8 camera slaps. Really cool. Really good stuff. Does a great job. In here, in this Halloween packaging, is the issue of Alternative Press that I was featured in from February of 2020. There I am. Very cool. This is my pride and joy. This is my Krasnogorsk 3 pure Russian 16mm. Some beautiful stuff. Look at that. Pure Russian steel. And that's the insides. Let's see those mechanics run. Oh yeah. And that's pretty much it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed my little tour. I have some extra microphones that I didn't show you, but like just this SM57. But yeah, let me know if you need to know more. Yeah, pretty cool.